Good evening, I'm Kimilia, and this is KiniNews. The Attorney General was granted leave to appeal over the existence of an alleged royal addendum involving former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak. The decision was made at the federal court this morning. The federal court has granted leave to the Attorney General to appeal against the existence of a supplementary document in the case involving former Premier Najib Abdul Razak. According to Bernama, the unanimous decision was made by a three-judge panel led by Chief Judge of Malaya, Hasna Hashim. The judge ruled that the proposed questions raised by the AG had met the threshold requirements for leave to be granted under Section 96 Courts of Judicature Act 1964. The court then set July 1st and 2nd to hear the appeal. The AG had filed a leave application against the Court of Appeal's ruling. On January 6, in a 2-1 majority decision, the Court of Appeal remitted the case on Najib's claim of the existence of an additional document purportedly allowing him to serve the remainder of his 6-year prison sentence under house arrest to the High Court for its merits to be heard. This decision overturned the High Court's earlier ruling, which had dismissed Najib's application for leave to commence a judicial review regarding the alleged additional document. Following this, the High Court granted a stay of application on all proceedings related to the document. When quizzed on how Najib felt about the decision, this was his lawyer's response.
Kita juga telah pun bersetuju di Mahkamah Persekutuan pagi tadi. Segala perkara-perkara di Mahkamah Tinggi di sini, iaitu Mahkamah Judicial Review, kita akan suspend ataupun stay kecuali untuk kita buat satu tarikh selepas 1st and 2nd Julai supaya kita boleh mengikut kembali arahan Mahkamah Tinggi memandangkan apa yang akan menjadi keputusan di Mahkamah Persekutuan. Alright, yang tu cerita di sini. Okay? Yang mustahak saya nak tekankan ialah Mahkamah Persekutuan sendiri telah rasa terharu bila mereka dapat tahu dan ataupun tersedar bahawa kes ini telah begitu lambat. Seperti yang saudara-saudari tahu, saya telah banyak kali minta Mahkamah Tinggi ini untuk mula jalankan kes ini, tetapi malangnya tidak. Dia disappointed only in the sense that it's going to further delay. Okay, sebab dia dah tunggu setahun 4 bulan.
An MCA leader has called on his party to chart its own path. This was as BN took more than 2 years to recalibrate after GE15, but has failed to provide a clear path forward. MCA Secretary General Chong Sin Woon has expressed his frustration over BN's lack of clear direction nearly 3 years after GE15. Speaking at the opening of the Selayang MCA Division's 2025 Annual General Meeting last night, Chong said MCA had already given BN more than 2 years to recalibrate after GE15. He added that the coalition's ongoing indecision has left MCA members frustrated and uncertain. According to Sinchu Daily, he said if BN still fails to provide a clear path forward, MCA must take the initiative to determine its own course. Chong also noted that the party has been repeatedly sidelined despite their loyalty for decades. He further highlighted that dissatisfaction had led to some MCA members, including former leaders, defecting to Bersatu, where they were reportedly promised candidacy for parliamentary and state seats. He stressed that the main cause of the unrest is the absence of a clear direction for the next general election, including uncertainty over future alliances and whether to continue under the coalition government framework or contest independently. With this, Chong proposed that MCA's nationwide divisional meetings in June prioritize discussions on the party's future and gathering grassroots opinions to be presented to the central leadership. If you like the stories we produce, consider supporting us by scanning the QR code on the screen and subscribe to Malaysia Kini. Nga Korming has countered claims that DAP is anti-Malay and anti-Islam. He called the allegations disgusting slander. DAP Deputy National Chairperson Nga Korming has denied claims that his party is anti-Malay and anti-Islam. In a post on X, he described the allegation as a disgusting lie and slander. Nga also highlighted his contributions to his constituents to counter the claims. In his post, he shared photos and pointed out significant donations to Malay students and a mosque in Teluk Intan, Perak. He said he is proud to contribute 150,000 ringgit to Malay students in the Teluk Intan parliamentary constituency. He added that this act of generosity has become a long-standing tradition of DAP. In a separate post, Nga said every day DAP is falsely accused of being anti-Islam, but this noble party has always respected all religions, including Islam. He added that he is donating 72,000 ringgit to a mosque in the Teluk Intan parliamentary constituency and that this noble practice has become their tradition, reflecting their continuous commitment to supporting the community, regardless of religious background. Tommy Thomas's daughter will be contesting for a parliament seat in Australia. Hannah will be facing the incumbent MP of the seat, who is also the interim Prime Minister. Hannah Thomas, the daughter of former Attorney General Tommy Thomas, is running for a parliament seat in Australia as a member of the Greens Party. She is contesting in Grayndler, with one of her opponents being the incumbent MP and interim Prime Minister Anthony Albanese. In an interview with the feed SBS, Hannah, who had immigrated to Australia as an international student in 2009, said it is an insane thing to be doing, but it's also extremely exciting. Meanwhile, in an article posted on the Greens website, Hannah said that the Albanese government's complicity in the genocide in Gaza was one of the reasons that motivated her to contest in the election. She said there are very few people on this planet who possess the power to restrain the Israeli war machine as it slaughters countless Palestinians, but our local member was one of them. She added that instead he failed to take action and should be held to account. Hannah also revealed she was also motivated to contest against the sitting Prime Minister due to his anti-refugee policies and for blaming the housing and cost of living crisis on migrants. Australia will be heading to the polls on May 3rd. Puat has told PAS to come up with a new universal slogan. He also told the party to reconsider its focus on the narrative of an Islamic state. UMNO Supreme Council member Puat Zarkashi believes Perikatan National's struggle to attract influential coalition partners presents a significant challenge, especially with PAS unable to replicate the green wave momentum from the previous general election. While reflecting on the results of the Air Kuning by-election in Perak, he said that PAS should reconsider its focus on the narrative of an Islamic state. He pointed out that this issue is hindering PN's efforts to secure meaningful non-Malay party alliances. He stated that PN is finding it difficult to form alliances with non-Malay parties as Gerakan is too small to make a difference and they lack Indian parties like MIC. He argued that PAS's approach is a key obstacle to PN's ability to attract influential coalition partners and suggested that PAS adopt a more inclusive and universally appealing slogan. Puat also highlighted UMNO's successes in the Nenggiri, Mahkota and Air Kuning by-elections, saying they are a clear message to PN that attempts to form a backdoor government are futile. He said PN shouldn't dream of forming a backdoor government, as the spirit of UMNO is resolute and no BN parliamentarian will switch sides. He emphasized that the Air Kuning by-election has sent a clear message. The people want stability, not political fairy tales. In Saturday's contest, BN successfully retained the Air Kuning state seat after his candidate Yusri Bakir secured victory in a three-cornered fight with a 5,006 vote majority. That is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.